our last video there. Our next step now is going to be in regards to finding high profitable keywords that are going to be able to convert with your PPC campaign. So you might be asking, this sounds good, but where am I going to actually find these keywords that I'm going to be putting into my PPC campaign? Okay, so there's two ways and there's two things that we have to do. Number one, we're going to create an automatic campaign. An automatic campaign means you input your ASIN and Amazon's going to go out based off your title, description, bullet points, and backend search term. They're going to go out and find relevant keywords that they think that people will be interested in based off of your listing. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to set that up in the next video. But the problem with automatic campaigns is there's a lot of times that Amazon is going to be putting keywords that have nothing to do with your listing. And in the end of the day, if you got to think about it as an Amazon's perspective and how they're thinking, is they don't really care if people are clicking on your product or not, because they're going to actually be making money whether they buy or not, because they charge you for PPC. So it's you got to be very careful when creating the automatic campaigns that you track everything step by step. But I'm going to show you guys that on the next video. This video is going to be teaching you how we're going to find the keywords. Okay, so the next method after automatic campaign is going to be manual campaign, and this is what we're going to talk about in this video on how you're going to find the keywords for your manual campaign. Now, most of you guys are familiar with merchant words, okay? Now, merchant words is where you're going to be able to do some product research and also find keywords. Now, the problem with merchant words, and this is why I'm changing the way that I do my product research, or not product research, sorry, in regards to setting up PPC, is that I no longer rely on merchant words to get this data. I'm going to show you guys a live example here to why we can't rely on merchant words. So let's just say that we're looking for a fish oil, okay? So I go to merchant words, I type in fish oil, and you can see right here the first one says an estimated monthly search volume of over 1.7 million searches a month. Okay, so that's a lot. So if you were going to launch a fish oil, and I wouldn't recommend it because it's very competitive, but let's just say that you were, you would come to merchant words and you would search for fish oil, and you would see that there's over 1.7 million searches. So now you know that this product is definitely in demand, and out of those 1.7 searches, you know for a fact that you're going to be able to steal some of those sales, and this will be a profitable product, sorry. So you get super excited and you say, you know what, this is the product, and then you can see like, oh my god, omega-3 fish oil has over almost 600,000, and you can go down the list and see all these different searches in regards to these fish oil. Now, let's take a look at fish oil on Helium 10, okay? So this is why I recommend Helium 10. Helium 10 fish oil, exact phrase match, 100,000, guys. So one says 1.7 million and the other says 108,000. Now, which one is accurate? Which one would I use? Well, I would say 1,000% use Helium 10 or Viral Launches keyword research tool. And the reason being is they actually pull their data directly from Amazon, okay? Merchant words, on the other hand, they pull it from Bing and Google searches and so on and so forth. So it's not actually accurate in regards to what people are searching on Amazon.com. And because we're selling on Amazon, we could care less how many people are searching on Google or Bing or different search platforms. We want to know exactly how many people are searching for our product on Amazon.com, because that is the platform that we will be using to sell. So if you go into it thinking that the product is 1.7 million in searches, and in reality it's only 108,000, as we can see here, that's a huge difference in regards to searches, and it can completely change your whole entire research method, okay? So this is why, like I mentioned, I do not recommend using merchant words. Merchant words is really good for product research, which you saw in the other previous videos on how to find high quality products. But in regards to anything else in regards to search volumes for keywords or finding profitable keywords, do not use it, guys, because you guys will actually take a step back. And a lot of gurus and coaches are still teaching sellers like this. So because you guys won't be using merchant words, you're going to have an advantage over them, okay? So now, how do we find our master list, okay? So here are the steps, guys. Very, very straightforward. Search. Step one is search for the most targeted keyword for your product on Helium 10 and download the CSV. So obviously I'm going to be selling a fish oil. That's as accurate as it gets. So I would just type in fish oil right here, click search, and this would come out. And then right here you would go to export, you would click CSV, and then it would automatically get brought out and open up this CSV. Okay, so this is the CSV. I did it for you guys here. So now you can see all of the keywords here. You can see the search, exact phrase searches, broad searches. You can see everything that's needed in regards to getting that product going and ranking, okay? So the next thing that you're going to want to do is very straightforward, is we're going to go right back here. Oops, sorry. We are going to go back to here, and you're going to sort them by top search volume. So that's already done. If you're using Helium 10, it's already done. You guys can also use Viral Launch to be able to do this. So they both run the exact same numbers from Helium 10 and Viral Launch. Both pull numbers from Amazon, so their data is 100% accurate. If you do have both programs and you can run it, let's just say fish oil, you might see a little bit of difference in regards to the search terms volume, and the reason being is just when Viral Launch or Helium 10 decides to update their systems, it's not live, so that's the only reason it's different. But you can be confident that it's as accurate as possible because they're actually pulling it from the Amazon data. Okay, so you sort them by top search volume. Then you want to remove duplicates. Again, if you're using Helium 10 or Viral Launch, there should be no duplicates. But then you want to make sure that you remove keywords that are not relevant to your product, okay? So if you're going down, if you see, let's just say fish oil is good, Omega, fish oil Omega, that's good, Kirkland Signature, and Dr. Tobias. These are probably not keywords that you want to rank for because this is an actual brand. One's a big brand and one's a Costco brand. So I would personally just remove them, same as these four right here, health-wise. I would remove these because they're too competitive in regards to ranking, and if someone's searching specifically for a Kirkland brand, the chances are they're probably going to be looking and purchasing a Kirkland brand. You can try, again, depending on your products, you can try to compete with other sellers, but just for the start, just remove any relevant keywords that have nothing to do with the product. If you're using merchant words, like I said, don't use it, but if you do use merchant words, you're going to come across hundreds and hundreds of keywords that have nothing to do with your product. If you use Helium 10 or Viral Launch, that is slim to none in regards to finding irrelevant keywords. They're definitely going to have a lot more keywords that you're going to be able to use and go through. Okay, so pretty much, guys, it's very straightforward. I'm not going to do this with you guys live, but you would go through the whole list and go up to about 100 keywords and make sure you remove all the keywords that have nothing to do with your product. Again, if it has nothing to do, just remove it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then copy all these 100 keywords, these top ones, and these top keywords are now going to become your master product list. Okay, so this is what you're going to be using to create your manual campaign. And you're going to be creating a phrase campaign because this is a phrase campaign. You don't want to be using a broad campaign because broad means that you're searching for keywords and you haven't figured out which keywords you want to use or not use. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that on the next video, but that's how you guys find your keywords. Very, very straightforward. You go to Helium 10, you put in your product, you click fish oil, you click search, and then all the products, all the keywords will show up, and you grab it like that. Or you go to Viral Launch and you do the exact same method to do that. Or a third way, guys, is you can go to Amazon and you can do it directly on the Amazon website if you're using the scope extension. So let's just say that we wanted to see how this person's selling. We want to see exactly what keywords this seller, Nature's Made, is doing. I would run my scope campaign, and once scope runs for me, it's going to give me all the keywords in regards to what this exact product is ranking for. Okay, so I can see all the keywords here. There's over 500 keywords: fish oil, so on and so forth. So you can, again, go through a list. You can see exactly which position they're ranking for. So, okay, they're spot 2. They're getting 110 sales. So maybe this is a good keyword. You know how someone misspelled fish oil. So maybe this is a keyword that I'm going to need to use. So these are different tools. Like I said, you want to grab them. What you could do is you can download this CSV, and then you can put it into here and create a master list by grabbing 3-4 different competitors on on Amazon. So this is one competitor. I would download it. I would go to another fish oil, download it, go to another one. So you can do that 3 to 4 times, and then you can also use your Helium 10 keyword search. So you can see there's over 1,600 searches for this keyword. You combine all those keywords into one master list, and then once everything's into the master list, then you would sort it by exact phrase match. So you want to have the top phrase match. and then you would definitely want to remove any duplicates, and then go through and make sure there's no keywords that are not relevant for your product, and then you would have a defined list of the top 100 keywords based off of Helium 10 and based off of 5 of your top competitors, so that you know that you're going to have the best keywords for that product to be able to use for PPC, okay? So that's pretty much how we do it, guys. We find the keywords there, and I will show you guys on the next video how we're actually going to set them up, where we're going to be putting the keywords, and how you set up the manual and automatic campaign. So I will see you guys in the next video.